Okay folks, this week on Cooking with Charisma, we're going to be making my award-winning chili. I entered this chili into a local contest a couple months ago, and it ended up winning the People's Choice Awards. Ever since then, I've gotten so many requests for this recipe, so here it is. I have a bowl here with 2½ onions, so I'm just going to cut up the other half now. Okay, so now we're going to move on to peppers, which is probably the most important part of a chili. Now, there's no rule with peppers in the chili. You can use whichever ones you like, but I was only able to find habanero and jalapeno. If you have poblano, Thai chili, feel free to use that. Okay, so now I'm going to cut up the 2 habaneros, so really nice and small. Okay, so in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, sweat the 3 onions with about a tablespoon of salt. And let these go. Okay, so I have a pound of ground beef here, 80/20, and we're going to put this into our onion mixture. Okay, so once your onions are kind of caramelized and really sweat down, this probably took me about 15 to 20 minutes on medium heat. Increase the heat to medium-high and add the beef. And just stir it for like a minute just to break it up. And then you just want to cook it until it's completely brown. Don't overcook it, just so there's no pink. And then we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, so now we're going to add in all of the jalapeno and all the habanero. If you're not a fan of intense heat, substitute 1 or all of the habanero peppers. Those will add intense spice. Okay. Swoosh this around. Just add about 3 tablespoons. Actually, more like 4 or 5 tablespoons. Hold on. Just mix all of this together. This is tomato paste in a squeeze bottle. Alright, definitely need some more. I'm not big on measurements, like I said, so I'm just kind of squeezing. And you just want to cook this until it's nice, pretty brick red color to kind of cook that metallic taste off of the paste. Oh, that rhymes. Okay, so make sure that you reduce your heat from medium-high down to medium, because tomato paste will burn. Now we're going to start up with the seasoning. Some Mexican chili powder. A lot of Mexican chili powder. This is about 2 tablespoons here, I want to say. Okay, now we're going to add in a whole bunch of cumin, about 1 tablespoon. And just like Italian cooking, in Mexican cooking, there's really no measurements. So I'm going to taste this once I'm done seasoning, and if I need more, I'll add more. So about a tablespoon of cumin. Ugh. Then a whole bunch of oregano. Oregano is just as much of a Mexican spice as it is an Italian spice. So a whole bunch of oregano. Some paprika. A pinch of nutmeg. Not a lot. Don't go overboard here. 1/4 of a teaspoon. Some cayenne pepper, just for some extra kick. And finally, a pinch of allspice, about 1 teaspoon. Don't go overboard with that either, that's another strong spice. And then some onion powder, and some garlic powder, about a teaspoon of each. Okay, so you just want to cook that mixture with all the spices for about a minute to remove that dried spice taste. So after you cook it for 1 or 2 minutes, we're going to add my secret ingredient, which is beer. So So we're gonna put in the whole bottle of beer. Whatever beer you have works. Okay, so for about 10 to 15 minutes, I've had that beer on medium-low heat, and I've reduced it until it's almost dry. You see that? It's not like a soup, it's just kind of like a condensed paste. Now I'm going to add secret ingredient number 2, which, believe it or not, is cinnamon. This is an extremely spicy chili, so to offset that, we're going to put in some cinnamon. Not a lot of cinnamon, literally about 1/4 of a teaspoon. See that? That's enough. Cinnamon's very Mexican, so I added a teensy-weensy bit because we don't want our chili to taste like French toast. Okay, so now add 2 28-ounce cans of tomatoes. I'm using a tomato paste and then the crushed tomato. I mean the tomato puree and the crushed tomato, not paste. But if you wanted to use 2 purees, that's fine too. 2 cups of good chicken stock. Now we're going to bring this up to a boil to kind of marry all those flavors. So reduce this from a boil down to a simmer, about medium to medium-low heat, and we're going to cook this for 20 minutes until it all gets nice and tight, it starts to thicken, and we're going to add 1 to 2 cans of red kidney beans. After we add the red kidney beans, we're going to cook it for another 20 to 25 minutes, and during that time, it's really going to thicken, the flavors are going to melt together, and it's going to be beautiful. So I'm adding in the beans. I'm going to cook this for about 20 minutes more, and then it should be ready. And I added in about 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. And I love this ingredient, but it's completely optional. Some people may not like it. And it really offers a sweet and spicy taste. At first, it's sweet, and then it goes to the really spicy kick from the habanero. But once again, that's completely optional. Alright guys, let's try some chili. Oh my god, this smells amazing. Woo! No wonder why this is an award-winning chili. It's got such a complex balance of flavors. It's sweet for like the first second, then it's really strong with that habanero at the end. It is so amazing, and that beer, I put the beer in when I was developing this recipe because I was like, chili, beer, game, wow, that kind of works. Okay, and it really just raises the bar, really excellent. Wow. I'll see you next time, guys.